Time for problems 5 and 6 from your Algebra Chapter 3 self-test. Number 5 says that we have 5x plus 14 is less than negative 26. And our goal again here is to find out what the solutions or what the values of x could possibly be. And to do that, we're going to use algebra and solve for the variable x. When we look at this, we want to get x alone. It's on the left side of the inequality. There's a 5 times x, and then there's a plus 14. Our first thing we're going to do is get rid of this plus 14, and the opposite of plus 14 is minus 14. And what we do to one side of the equal sign, we do to the other, so we're subtracting 14 on both sides. Once we do that, on the left-hand side, we get 5x from right here. That didn't go anywhere because we didn't do anything with that. 14 minus 14 is 0, so that's why there's nothing else here except for the 5x. And then negative 40 comes from negative 26 minus 14. Negative 26 minus 14 is negative 40. Now we have x times 5. The opposite of times 5 is divide by 5. So I'm going to divide both sides of the inequality by 5, which will make the 5's on the left-hand side go away. 5 divided by 5 is 1, so we're left with the 1x. And on the right-hand side, we have negative 8, because negative 40 divided by 5 is negative 8. So the solutions to this inequality is x is less than negative 8. X can be any number that's less than negative 8. And if you pick any number that's less than negative 8, and plug it into this inequality that we started with, this sentence will be true. It will make sense. We'll get a statement that is true. This number will be indeed less than negative 26. Number 6, we have 26 minus 2x is greater than 10. First thing we're going to do is subtract 26. This is a positive 26, and I know that it's a positive 26 because there's no symbol out in front. It doesn't say negative, and if there's no symbol there at all, it means that it's positive. So we're going to subtract 26 from the left-hand side, and then we're going to subtract 26 from the right-hand side. When we do this, we're going to have negative 2x on the left-hand side, because this 2x here is a negative. It's minus sign, negative sign, same thing. So there's a negative 2x on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side there's a negative 16, because 10 minus 26 is negative 16. Now we're multiplying the x by negative 2, so we're going to divide by negative 2 on both sides of the equation, because negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1. Negative 16 divided by negative 2 is a positive 8, so we're going to have x is less than 8. Now you'll notice here that the sign was a greater than sign, and now all of a sudden it's a less than sign. And the reason that it is a less than sign now is because at this step here we divided both sides of the inequality by a negative number. And if you divide both sides of an inequality by a negative number, the symbol flips. So that is why this sign right here on the x is less than 8 is now the opposite way that it was beforehand.